Well, good morning, everybody. I gotta do it again. Anyway, good morning, everybody. We've been off for about a week or so, tried to heal, get over colds, whatever. And we've cleaned up everything around the house where we've ended projects and didn't finish cleaning them up. Have that all in the trailer. We are getting ready to work on, as you can see, we're already taking the deck apart. The lower part's coming off totally. The roof's going to stay because we have rot going along the bottom of the outside here. And what we plan on doing is taking that door out also so we can fix the floor, get that door set right. We're gonna rip out the whole dining room floor just to see what's underneath there, because at one time there used to be a, what would they call it, a cement patio type thing.
That was over there.
Well, anyway, who knows what we're gonna find under there. And so if I can, I'll time lapse it. If I can't, I'll take a few snapshots with this thing and see what's going to go on. Just to tell a little funny story. It wasn't very funny, but it was funny. Roy took out these boards out of the deck, and your dog, he can't see very well. He can't hear. I don't even think he can hear anymore. Here he goes. And he jumped up the steps like he normally does, and he fell through the floor because there was no floor. He didn't see the floor was gone. He was in such a shock. But that's my funny for today. So anyway, we're gonna get at her and see what we can get done today because we're feeling better. So just to give you a tour behind the blue curtain, Roy, you want to do the honors? So this is the room we're gonna be working on. There's something underneath this floor, which is, what was that, a cement pad and some steps and God knows what?
No, the cement pad's over there, the steps are there. This part of the floor has a foundation that goes around that I could never get into, and that part of the floor had failed and had dropped, so I had wedged some 2x4s and then just put overlayment over it because that's what I could afford at the time.
So besides that, we're gonna try our darndest to fix this thing so things are right. And there used to be a chimney just on the other side of this wall here, so that didn't help matters. So until we get this floor up,
That used to be a doorway.
A doorway right there.
Went into the living room.
Anyway, this wall is down, and so until we get the floor up to see what we're going to be dealing with, here's the star of the show. So anyway,
Yeah, no, we're cutting it out.
we're going to do a time lapse of this maybe. Don't know how well it's going to show up, but we're going for it.
And hopefully we don't lose Teddy in
Through the floor joist?
through the floor joist down into the hole.
Okay, so anyway, let's get at her. So just showed you, it's finally raining here, but more than likely we're not going to have very much. We usually have just enough to get things wet and then it dries out the next day. Humidity, I don't know, we're at 65% or something like that. The sun's not out, but let me tell you, working in there, I think it's gonna kill it. So as you can hear, we're having heavy rain, and we do have a bit of thunder going on too. But like I say, we don't normally get it. So if you happen to hear it on the video, consider yourself lucky. This is very unusual to get this heavy a rain. Heck, Del Rio, you might be sad. We're gonna get green grass maybe. I doubt it.
Green weeds.
Yeah, those beautiful yellow flowers out there. Oh, they're dandelions. That's the only thing green we have.
That might have been cloud. There it goes. A little ways away.
Yeah. 15, 20 miles away. Talking about that fake nest there. They say it keeps the wasps from making their nests. So far Roy hasn't had a nest here. Okay, just for a quick update, we're showing you where our problem was in the floor. This here is the original part of the house before they added on even more. And there's a foundation evidently in here. I don't know if it's block or what it is. We're gonna find out real quick. But this here takes a dive down. And this just needs to get fixed to get this floor level and get it done right. You can see that everybody that's worked on this house either didn't know what the problem was with the house or whatever. It's been having the moisture problem forever. And obviously we're fixing it with vents, but we're gonna have to fix this floor too so it can be a civil floor, not a cabin that you don't really care about.
I think original add-on, different add-on.
Right, I think you're exactly right there. And we didn't do this cut that's in here, that was already there. And you can tell the difference on the subfloor, the angle of the boards, those go that way. Those happen to go this way because that was the original. And that went into the living room at one time. Could have been a front door, back door, who knows what it was, because we weren't around back then. Anyway, let's get at her.
Here. Here. Shirt maker.
So there's a coyote at the bottom of that tree, just off to the left. He blends right in. I don't know what he's eating, but he's gray looking from here.
He just jumped there, it'd probably have to feel nicer.
Yeah, that might be a good thing.
Unless he's trying to break through the ice, one or the other.
He's still after whatever it is. Too bad I don't have my other camera to zoom right on him. Yeah, I don't even see him anymore. I know he's right there, but so how many feet away is that? 500?
At least.
But he feels safe in that tall grass. He doesn't seem to care that we're right here. Thinks he's hidden. No, don't do it. There, now he's looking again. You know, he's got his back to us, but he's looking at us. There he goes behind the tree. Might be walking down the fence line, getting more mice. And that tree is what, at least 4 foot thick.
At least.
Yeah, I don't see him now. He must be getting my. There he is. He just walked over to the neighbor. Oh, he's limping. Anyway, let me show you something. Here we found
Can of worms.
the can of worms. Yeah, the furnace is right there. And the furnace isn't being used anymore. It's a gas furnace. Not natural gas, it's propane. So that's what you get out here, and propane don't heat worth a hoot. And that was an original. And you can see the cement foundation, but it circles back this way. No one could ever get inside there because there was no opening to get to it. And we're going to pop this floor out right here pretty quick. And we are going to take out some of this brick so that way you can get in there to work on things. In the living room part over here, those are 2x6s that are holding the floor up, which are way too small, especially with lack of support to help support a 2x6. These over here are 2x10s. Those might even be 12s. I haven't measured them yet. But we're going to put in 2x10s through this part here to repair the floor and try to get things jacked back up into place. When they added that furnace there, they cut out some of the floor joists, and they didn't care because it's not their house. They were making money and got that furnace in, and bam-o, they got paid, and it worked for a while. So anyway, we have lots of repair to do. Oh, by the way, over here, there's some steps in there because this used to be a door going outside to the patio. We're going to see about trying to knock them out a little bit later. But one step at a time. Like I say, we're going to take out this floor next and see what all else we need to do. But as we've said before, opening that can of worms, but that can of worms is going to give you a value and whatnot, because you know you're not going to fall through the floor later, and hopefully by the time we're done we'll have a solid level floor.